what's up? This is Christopher. Today we're going to look at 4 iPad Pro cases for the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. Consider this kind of like my Amazon haul video. Now look, I went ahead and opened up all these just now off of camera to save time. So the first one we're going to look at, this is a 3-piece iPad Pro heavy-duty triple-layer protective case from a company called Fibest. Retails for $15.99. I'll have a link in the description where you can check this out. So I already have the iPad in here. So really quick, let me just show you. You have your cutout here for your fingerprint scanner. You're going to have your cutout up here for your forward-facing camera. You're going to have your cutouts for your microphone on the back as well as on the top of the iPad Pro. Then you're going to have your cutout for your speakers up here on the top as well as the bottom. And of course, your lightning connector right there. Now the buttons, they are rubber buttons up here on the outside of the case, and they do work. Let me power this up just to show you. Volume up, volume down, volume up. And let's go ahead and lock it with the power button on the top. Locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked. So all the buttons do work. Now this is a triple layer case. So how this works is you're going to peel this off right here. That's going to be one layer. This is going to offer you maximum protection on your 10.5-inch iPad Pro. Oh, real quick, before I do this, let me just show you. Almost forgot. One of the coolest features of this. You have a kickstand here on the back. So you want the kickstand, you're just going to pop that open. And there's a little lip right here. Slide it back till it clicks. And you can do viewing angle in landscape mode, or you could do it in portrait mode. So if you want to watch videos, you want to watch YouTube or Vimeo or Netflix or something, and you got a desk or a table, you can set that on. You're going to be able to have those viewing angles. Maybe you're going to be on an airplane or something, and you want to be able to watch it on the little pull-out tray in front of you. Now you got a little kickstand for it. To put it back down, there's a little button right here in the middle. You're just going to press down and then just push forward. Lock it back into place. All right, so let me take this off again. Like I said, it was 3 layers, so I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. So you're going to have like your rubber case right here. It's going to offer a lot of drop protection here on the corners because it's so thick. This doesn't add that much weight to the iPad itself. Like, it doesn't really feel that much heavier. So to get this off, you have 3 little clips on each side, and you're going to lift those up. Let's see if I can do this on camera. It's kind of hard, or it's poked out in front of me. So you got these little clips right here. There's actually little arrows here showing you where all the clips are. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But. All right, so I got all that loose. So you're going to have the top frame right here, and then you're going to have the bottom frame, or the bottom of the case. And then you can just stick that back together like so. Just going to click back down, and then you're just going to slide it inside this little rubber protective sleeve for it. So out of all the 4 cases that I have, this one is definitely going to offer the most protection. So if you want something like, if you have small kids who are playing with your iPad all the time and you're worried about them dropping it, this may be the case to look at. It's only $15.99. It's a very cheap investment to protect something that costs a lot of money. I mean, $650 is a bunch of money. All right. Now we're going to look at the Poetic Lumos Flexible Soft Transparent Ultra Thin Impact Resistant DPU case for the Apple iPad Pro 10.5-inch. It is transparent gray. Now this right here is just rear protection. It's going to offer very minimal drop protection if you drop it, but it is going to keep your iPad from getting scratched up. Has a cool little thing right here. You're going to have the slot for your Apple Pencil. It also has another little slot right here. I don't know what that's for. Maybe you can put in a cap or something. I have no idea. But you'll chain it to a bag. You'll carry it like so. I don't think so. But anyway, this one right here retails for $12.95. Now you're probably saying, why did you buy something like this? Not because it has the pencil, but I'm going to show you why. Right here I have the Apple Smart Keyboard cover. It actually has a cutout here on the bottom. Boom, like so. Now you can carry your pencil, your smart keyboard cover, and protect the back of your iPad Pro. So you're gonna have all 3 things that you need to throw this in your bag and not have to worry about, scratching up your iPad, the front or the back. And then you're gonna have your pencil with you and your keyboard. And let me just show you really quick that this does work. Let me open up my Drafts app here. As you can see, I am typing right on camera. All right, so that works. Let me take this keyboard cover off. push that off to the side over here. You do have your cutouts here for your camera and your flash. You're gonna have your cutouts for your microphone on the back and the top. And you're gonna have your speaker grills cut out on the bottom and the top, and then your lightning connector right there. Now the buttons, these ones are not the physical button that you have to press, and it does work, just to show you. Same thing with the power button, on and off, on and off. Getting the pencil out of this one's fairly easy. Just gonna bend the back of it up and lift the pencil up. Actually took some of the iPad out, but that's fairly simple. If you want a way to if you want something that's going to keep your iPad protected, the back of the iPad, you know, this is something you may want to look at. It's very inexpensive. It feels good. Doesn't add any extra bulk to it. I guess the only awkward thing would be this little pencil slot right here. I guess if you're someone who reads in portrait mode, maybe a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, maybe it does feel a little bit awkward. I don't know. It doesn't feel too bad in my hands right now, but you know, that's the only thing that I guess would be the only negative about it. But on the bright side, always going to have your pencil with you. You know, if you're taking this to work or to a coffee shop or just out for the day or whatever, and you want to have your keyboard and your pencil with you, this is gonna afford you to have both of those devices with you and offer you the rear protection when you throw it in your bag or just whatever, bumps and bruises and stuff. Probably not too high of a drop though if you drop it. All right, next up I have a very similar case right here for the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. This is from a company called Nomo. They have a little brand in here on the inside. Inside of this case, it has this little soft felt microfiber type material right here, and it's very thin. It's a charcoal gray color. The back of this though feels weird to have like this. I don't know what kind of material this is, but it's kind of a soft feel. It doesn't really feel like rubber, like where that Poetic case I just showed you. That definitely has that rubbery feel to it. This one kind of has a more premium feel for the same price. It actually feels like it offers a little more protection too around the iPad. Like if you were to drop it, it feels like it'd be a little more durable. It's going to have a little raised lip around it, so if you put it face down, your iPad's not going to be directly touching the surface that you lay it face down on. Going to have the Apple Pencil slot, as I mentioned right there. And of course up here at the top, I don't know why I didn't mention this, but you do have your headphone jack cut out on all three of the cases that I've showed you so far. You're going to have your speaker grill cut out on the top and the bottom, along with your lightning connector. And then of course you're going to have your microphone cutouts, and then you're going to have the camera cutout right there as well. And of course this is just like the other one. You're going to have this little cutout right here for the smart keyboard case. And one thing that's cool about this, kind of matches it. That's why I got the charcoal gray for this particular case, because it was kind of similar to the smart keyboard color. So it kind of looks very similar to it. I thought it looked really good. Out of the two cases that are similar, this one and the Poetic one that I just showed, I'd probably go with this one first. I like the way this feels a little bit better, and it does feel a little more premium. But I mean, both of them seem to be fine. Let's just make sure that the typing works on it when I stick it in. Let's see, let's open up drafts again. Got drafts open, and we type. Yeah, it works fine. So nothing interfering with the smart connector there on the bottom. Let's go ahead and zip that back up. And the pencil on here, a little bit, I guess it's a little bit easier to get out than the Poetic case. You just bend the front of it down right there. And did it pull the iPad? No, this one, the iPad didn't actually slide out when I did that. Getting the case out of this one feels a little bit easier too. Yeah, I definitely would probably recommend this one over the Poetic case if I had to choose. This would probably be the one that I use when I keep my iPad. When I carry one of these cases, you know, with the smart keyboard and the Apple Pencil, that's probably be the one that I would use right there. So that one is from Nomo. And then last but not least, I have another one from Nomo, and this is very similar as well. This is just rear protection for the iPad Pro, for the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. It doesn't have the little pencil lip on it, or the little pencil slot or whatever. But same thing with this one, all the cutouts, you know, your headphone, your speakers, it does have the microphone and camera, and then the speakers on the bottom and the lightning. Now, one thing that's different about this case from the other three that I've showed, this one actually has a cutout for the volume button and the power button. I kind of like where it has the fake buttons up top, like when you put them in the case, they're kind of soft and mushy. With this one, sometimes it can be a pain to like volume up and down. You know, if you got like fat fingers or something. Let me just go back to the screen here to show you. So the volume does work, but sometimes having to reach down inside this little slot right here is going to be kind of a pain for some people. And then your power button up top. You know, it's not quite as comfortable as when it has the little rubber faux button over the top of the case or whatever. But that's personal preference. This one is only $12.95, and of course, it does work with the Apple Smart keyboard cover. If I can get this to connect right there. One thing I do like about this one, it is the exact same color as the Apple Smart keyboard cover. So if you want something that looks like it belongs. Another cool thing about these Nomo accessories, this one and the last case that I showed you, there's no branding on the outside. The only branding you had was the name of the company name on the inside of the case, which you would never see while your iPad was in the case. All right, so those are the 4 cases that I grabbed for the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. I have another sleeve that was supposed to be shipped with this from Amazon, and for some reason it was back ordered. I won't get it for a couple more days, so I'll do a separate video for that. I also have a couple tripod mounts for the 10.5-inch iPad Pro. I got a video that I'm gonna do on that in the next few days. I actually have 3 of them total, and I'll do them all at once. But if you have any questions or comments about these cases, feel free to leave a comment below. I have links in the description where you can find these on Amazon. And, you know, as I mentioned, they ranged in price from, I believe it was $12.95 all the way up to the $15.99 for this heavy-duty triple layer case. But thank you for watching. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. Give the video a thumbs up. Hit that sub button. You know the routine. Peace.